Hey trappers, Dale Billingsley here, Billingsley Brand Lures. So I thought I would share a little with y'all today about cable restraints. Now for those of you that don't know what a cable restraint is, usually speaking, cable restraints are restricted to this type of lock that is being able to use on it. They're a snare of sorts, okay, but they're restricted usually with a relaxing type lock. And a relaxing type lock is a one-piece lock. It's not two pieces like a cam lock. So your micro lock, your mini lock, your Reichert slammer locks, the bent washer at a 90 degrees, the penny washers, those are relaxing type locks. Also, generally speaking, they are restricted to the size of cable that they are able to use on a cable restraint. Generally speaking, it's not anything smaller than 3/32 cable. Also, they are restricted to, most often anyway, they're restricted to non-entanglement situations. So we're out here on a location today. We're going to kind of look at things a little bit and kind of go over some things just a little. So stay with me. We'll be back here in just a minute. All right, guys. So here we are. Here we are, guys. We're back here in this field. And you can see the crop change up there, and we've got a terrace running through there. I mean, this is an ideal location. But what we have here is this 2-track coming right through here that is ideal for a cable restraint type situation. What we would do is hang the loops there in the tracks that that the tractor or the trucks have made, because we know canines run up and down those all the time. Now this is geared more toward the canine predator type video versus the raccoon type video, which is a whole different ball of wax altogether, but we'll go over that on another day. All right, guys, so here we have your basic typical cable restraint, other than the fact that this is with 5/64 cable. Now you want to make sure and check your local laws to make sure what they specify as to what size cable you can run. Like I said, generally speaking, you are restricted that way with a cable restraint versus a snare. We have a micro lock here as our lock, as you can see. Now this is actually my favorite kind of lock on this situation when I have to run a cable restraint versus a snare. I like these better. I do also like the Reichert slammer locks. A little bigger, a little heavier, lock up positive on the cable kind of thing. Now for snaring coyotes, in a situation like this, you want a fairly long type snare. I want a snare that's at least 10 feet, and 15 doesn't hurt anything. The reason I want that long snare is so when that coyote hits it, and when he cuts out for Tulsa down that trail, he's running at a pretty good clip. Once he feels this fall on his neck, he's scared. He's going to cut for Tulsa, I promise you. He's going to head yonder way. When he does, I want him to hit the end of that, and I want that lock jammed in there just as tight into his neck as I can get it. That's also why I prefer a fast loaded snare in this situation. I don't want it slow. I do not want him getting hip hung or across the chest. I want it around his neck. I want it up there, a good 10, 12 inches up off the deck. And I want that lock hung off there at the 10 o'clock or the 2 o'clock position to put a little tension on the thing, so that when it fires all at once. Other than that, you basically hang the snare just as I've shown in the past videos. Look for the narrowed down spot in the trail. Look for the taller grass to camouflage it, to hide it a little bit. Make sure you've got tracks going up and down the road where he is, or up and down the trail. And that's basically it. There's not a whole lot more to it than that. Like I said, long snare. Check your local laws. Make sure what's legal in your state. Let's go look at some other locations where these can be used instead of just on 2 tracks and 2 tracks only. Let's take a little ride. So stay with me. We'll go hit the road. All right, guys. Here we are had a row crop situation with a waterway coming down through it. Now, these waterways offer some tremendous amount of snare and cable restraint opportunities, because 9 times out of 10, if you look, there'll be a trail to one side and a trail to the other and another trail going right down the middle of it. Those are excellent locations to set cable restraints for fox and coyote bobcats. This one's not going to hold cats very much because there's no cover around it, but it's going to be really good for fox and coyote. So don't overlook those kind of locations right there either. All right, guys, it's probably not going to show up too well because of the sun, but those livestock trails that come down through there are tremendously good locations to run cable restraints and snares once the livestock has been removed from the field. Can't stress that enough. Do not be setting snares or cable restraints in the livestock. I don't care if you're running breakaways on those or not. Nothing is ever 100% foolproof. And I'm telling you, if you snare up or cable restrain up somebody's cow or a horse or a bunch of sheep, they are not going to be very happy with you. So take that word of advice right there and heed my warning. And do not, hello, Timberloo, get out of there. Do not be setting in with livestock. But when you find these locations like this and the livestock has been removed, by all means, if you've got coyote tracks on them, you need to be taking advantage of it. All right, guys, I know that was kind of a fast little video. I do have some more to add to it, though. You know, if there's not a trail where you want one, you can always make one. Take your truck, drive through there 2 or 3 times and create those trails where you want them. You can use your 4-wheeler, your side-by-side, whatever it might be. You can also take a lawnmower or a weed whip and cut a trail through the grass and through the brush. And I've done this too, with the landowner's permission, you can take some Roundup and 2,4-D and put it in a little pump-up hand sprayer and go spray the vegetation and burn it down and create a trail that way. And I promise you, if you do that, those fox and coyote will travel that trail if you're on location or if you give them a reason to do it. So, guys, I'm going to end this video here. I appreciate everything you've done for this channel. If you would, please hit that thumbs up, hit that notification bell, hit that subscribe button for me, and share these videos. And maybe you want to go back, if you're new here, and check out some of my older videos. I believe there's some pretty good information in there about snaring and cable restraints as well. So, guys, once again, this is Dale Billingsley with another one. Signing out.